Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of AchiTekkit with me, Infectum13, and the EPIOC. Today we are going to talk about some new stuff that we added to our district. Me personally, I'm going to talk about a nice little toy that me and EPIOC got. We got our flying rings. A little adventure through Sparty's Ravine, if you watched that episode. That's what gave us all the materials to get these. It probably took us about 3 hours of mining and adventuring to get enough materials for them. I believe each of these rings took about like a full stack of diamonds. Is that about what we had, the EPIOC? Yeah, so it definitely was took a lot of work to get these, but they are definitely worth it. The main thing that has helped us a lot is in making our buildings, because it allows you to just fly up and put on your roofs, do your siding. You don't really have to worry about ladders and stairs. You can just kind of fly all around, and makes things a lot easier. Also, when we're getting supplies and stuff, when we need to fly back to our condenser chest, we can easily just fly over the top of the buildings and get right in there, and not have to go use the doors anymore. So another thing that flying rings allows us to do is get a nice little overview of the city, because we can fly up and we can kind of see how everything's looking. We can see what the spacing's like, the foundations, and overall they're just really awesome tools. I like them a lot. So that's about all I got. We're going to switch over to the EPIOC, and he's going to kind of explain a little manufacturing district we got going on here.
Thanks a lot, Infectum13. So for my portion of the video, I'm going to explain a few things that we've done with the manufacturing district. Before that, I'll show you basically here the thoroughfare through our warehouse district, as I've shown you before, and how we basically brought up using these hat blocks, this main street thoroughfare, that will take you into what eventually be a courtyard and our other districts. So we'll start with the manufacturing district back here and some of the buildings we haven't finished. The main one being the butcher shop. Still not 100% sure how we want to build this. So basically we just got the foundation and where the building will actually sit, its actual footprint. Also back here you'll see our garrison and the footprint it will be taking up. I've yet to decide how and when we're going to build it, but I think we might wait to finish the garrison until the Dark Tower's walls are fully up. So anyways, let's move our way down here to our first building, which is almost complete, and that's our blacksmith shop. You see in the center of the building, one of my favorite pieces of microblock architecture is this wood stove furnace. I used iron blocks, cut them into panels and panel strips, and basically created it as you can see how it is now. Also, as you can see with the fire back there, it's the netherrack that creates that. As you come around here, you'll go up to our loft area where the blacksmith will be living and have his bed, and we'll be storing some of his personal goods and stuff. Also, you can see I used a lot of posts and pillars for supports and whatnot throughout each one of the buildings. You'll see that more and more as we go through some of the other buildings. So let's move our way over to the next building I want to show you, the foundry. This is actually one of my favorite buildings. It's kind of cool. We'll actually show you the roof here once we get into show you some of the inside. Basically, I haven't finished this front section, but this back section is where you'll actually be doing melting down all the iron and the steel and whatever it is you're going to be creating. We actually took lava and filled in these steel plates, much like that wood stove, and created this track system where you'll be basically taking these big vats of melted metals, and where they'll come back out and you'll pour them into molds and whatnot. Haven't completely figured out how I'll do that yet, but we got a good thing going here. So let's move out of here, and we'll hurry up and go show you the roof real quick. Kind of cool how we made basically, except these little pipes here, these steel pipes are a ventilation system with a main ventilation system, because you know it's going to get pretty hot in that foundry, so you want to have a decent amount of ventilation. and then kind of used microblock quarter blocks to create that furnace, or not furnace, sorry, the chimney stack. So anyways, let's move on from the foundry, and we'll move on to our bladery, or our weaponsmith, and show you what that is. You see how the front is here? This is kind of how we're going to be going with some of the rest of this building. Hasn't been completed, but looking pretty good so far. So let's walk inside here. Now this is a more complete inside. As you see, I used a lot of steel to make an anvil here. And you got your hammers hanging up on the wall, and over there you've got your where you'd have your oil and your water, where you'd be dipping in your heated metal for tempering. Also, as you go up here, you have the stairway, which is hidden. You got a little closet back here that I created for storage or whatever. And as you go up the stairs, you'll see where their living space would be. You've basically got this main living area where we'll have like tables and basically like a seating area. And then at the top, you'll have the bedrooms and like a loft, much like the blacksmithing. Not complete yet, but it's almost there. Let's go outside here, and I'll show you where we started with this building and where we're going with the rest of it. It's almost complete, but we'll give you a good idea. If you come over here, and actually we'll jump up on top of the foundry here, I'll give you a better view. You see how off to the left there, it's kind of how we started, where we were doing full logs for the actual side, and we moved into the way it is over here to the right, where we started using half logs in different types to give it basically it's smoother, and it just looks a lot better. Also, we set up the roof a little bit differently than we did other buildings with the cool looking chimney. The inside is yet to be done on the other side, which will eventually be the armor smith, and that's for the most part for that building. We also got a few other buildings that we have yet to complete yet. If you look down over here, you'll see our what's going to eventually be the completed version of our, there you go, our lumber yard. Will be basically a woodworking and carpentry stuff. It's not totally complete, but this is going to look a lot like our animal stockades. So anyhow, that's pretty much it for our show off for the manufacturing district. Eventually, when we get some more of this done, we'll go through and we'll show some more of the details and some of the better building designs that we have. So anyways, this has been Infectum 13 and I'm Epiac with another showcase for AchiTekkit Dark Tower series. See you guys later.